How long have you been doing your job? Wait, hold that. 1 year.
Meet the kidfluencers.
Do you think you have a fun childhood?
What's a childhood?
And their families at the center of the new docuseries, Born to be Viral, The Real Lives of Kidfluencers.
So right now we're making about $30,000 a month from ad money on YouTube.
There are some days where we could pay for an entire college career in one day.
In this video, we are looking at kid influencers, kid content creators, and how their parents treat them when they become adults. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amomi, aka Petite Diva, and this video is inspired by a particular clip of a documentary that is featuring the McClure twins and their parents. In this clip, the stepfather of the twins was talking about the fact that he has a certain amount that he's going to give the twins when they become 18, and people had issues with it. So in this video, we're going to check out what exactly he said, what people think about what he said, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into this video.
Aside money for your children, and how much?
We are setting aside money for our kids. I have a certain amount that I think they should have by the time that they're 18 years old, so they can buy a house, not so they can waste it buying Lamborghini or purses, but that's around $500,000. That should be enough. I'm not a fan of giving a child millions of dollars.
I did the math on that. These kids have been making videos since the womb. And so when they turn 18, they're going to have $500,000 that their parents are giving them from all of the money that they've generated on their YouTube over the past 18 years. $500,000. That equates to $27,000 a year. That's like not even minimum wage. That should be illegal.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it. So there's another set of children now who, of course, have been on TV in front of a camera on social media since they were younger. It's the McClure twins. Now, I've watched them since they were little girls. And now, all of a sudden, the stepfather gets on TV and talking about, you know, regardless to how long or how much they've made, they're only getting $500,000. Out of all that money that they have brought in for their family, they're only walking away with $500,000. It's amazing how more and more children who we watched grow up are coming out, and they're going to have stories to tell about their family and profiting off of them. And then these kids walk away with a little bit of nothing.
Have you guys heard what the McClure twins' father said? Because if not, we're about to get into it. A little backstory, the McClure twins are two young girls who have been social media influencers since they were around 3 years old. And we know that social media child influencers absolutely have the potential to be exploited, which makes this all the more sinister. Now, recently, their mother and father, who I believe is their stepfather, and he's been in their life since they were pretty young, did some type of sit-down or interview where he expressed that he doesn't believe in giving children millions of dollars, and that he believes that they only need about $500,000 apiece. And what's crazy to me is that these children have earned this family millions of dollars. Brand deals, social media revenue, paid partnerships, sponsorships, the whole 9 yards. I think at one point these little girls had a paid partnership with Walmart. And so for him to come on here and say that they only are going to get $500,000 a piece for all of the years of work that these children have put into this family, and I think they're about 12 now. They might be older, but I do think that they are around 12 years old. Their entire life has been a production. And you're saying that you don't believe in giving them the money that they earn? Crazy. What are your thoughts?
When I see people commenting about that McClure family situation where the dad was like, once the young twins turned 18, that they would be given $500,000. Now, a lot of people are complaining about that because it's like they feel because the little girls was the face of the business that they are worth more than that. No one said that they're not worth more than that. No one said that they don't have the money that they're worth. It's just the fact that they're 18. 18. Why on earth would you give an 18 over $1 million automatically? You wouldn't even give a kid that much money. Barely would even give them $20,000 right out the gate, knowing that they're going to blow that money in a second. They don't know what their daughters would be like when they turn 18, so why would the smart decision would automatically give them? So what, by the time that they're 25, they're broke? Let's be wise. It doesn't mean that man doesn't have a strategy.
Saying that an 18-year-old doesn't need that amount of money would be equating to a 55-year-old doesn't need that kind of money. The parents don't need that kind of money, but those children have worked for that money since they were 3 years old. Now, if Alexis and Ava choose to sue their parents for what they are owed, I hope to God they do, because that's their money. They bought a house. Do you think Alexis and Ava were given the opportunity to say, I want to use my portion of that money to buy a house? No. The parents bought a house with some of Alexis and Ava's money. Give them their money that they're due. This is insane to say that they only get $500,000 out of the millions this family has made.
I saw this video surrounding the McClure twins.
Money for your children and how much?
Setting aside money for our kids, I have a certain amount that I think they should have by the time that they're 18 years old, so they can buy a house, not so they can waste it buying Lamborghini or purses, but that's around $500,000. That should be enough. I'm not a fan of giving a child millions of dollars.
So I've done the math, and $500,000 over 16 years is approximately $30,000. And these kids have not only been doing YouTube videos from very young, but they've done modeling, they've done shoots, they've done ads, they've done interviews. They're very much within the industry, and the fact that they're only getting $500,000 when they reach into adulthood is ridiculous. If you don't want them having a certain amount of money when they reach into adulthood, then you probably shouldn't be putting a camera in their face since they were very young. It's not about what they should have, it's what they're owed. You've been making content surrounding them and about them, so they should reap the benefits of that content. Now, if you were creating content surrounding being parents that didn't feature the McClure twins or wasn't so heavily centered around the McClure twins, then you should be able to pocket and hold on to a lot of the money when they're adults. And I know they obviously get some money because they are filming and editing these videos and creating these videos, but the subjects are the McClure twins, and they should reap the benefits of the majority of that money. And I wonder how much money these parents are pocketing and using of their daughter's money. I understand where the dad is coming from, where he wants to instill in his children traits of like financial literacy and not spending frivolously, but that's just values that you have to instill within your children. I don't know, this is very interesting, and there's a lot of lines blurred when children are making money very young, and then obviously their parents have to handle it. It reminds me right off the bat of the Honey Boo Boo situation where her mother just like pocketed most of the money, and once she reached adulthood, we couldn't even access the money, and a lot of it was gone. I hope that in this situation there's not going to be conflict surrounding that, but they should definitely be given more than $500,000 when they reach into adulthood, because I'm pretty sure they're probably making more than $30,000 a year.
I wish I would do YouTube videos all my life just for my daddy to tell me when I hit 18, he's only going to give me $500,000. Excuse me? The McClure twins' daddy went on an interview with the mama and basically said, yeah, I'm not into giving kids millions of dollars, and that's fine. But you're not going to tell me you're only going to give me $500,000 once I turn 18. No, what you're going to give me is a portion of my money, and you can say you're going to give me $500,000. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the interview to see if like how the actual interview went, but from the clip that I seen, if he really talking about only giving them $500,000 like period, we would be in court. Rubbish. You're not gonna tell me that you're only gonna give me a portion of my money. Some of those videos that them girls did, they probably didn't even want to do no videos because they was like 3, 4, 5. Like, kids don't care about videos, they want to go out and play. So to sit here and say, yeah, once they turn 18, I'm only gonna give them $500,000 because of this, that. No, you're going to give me some of my money, and then you're going to be expected to give me the rest of my money. If anything, you'll be getting $500,000 because you did not make no money off of my videos. I made that money off my videos. This is why child labor laws are in place, because y'all be tripping.
Remember the twins, Ava and Alexis, and then they mom and dad, you know, used to have them on camera. I think they did YouTube. They did all type of platforms and stuff. And they used to just do videos of the twins looking so pretty and stuff. Like, I used to always watch them growing up. And the dad that's not even a real biological dad just got on this motherfucker and basically said he really don't give a fuck. He don't believe in giving kids millions of dollars. Basically saying the money that them little two girls have worked for. Because they have worked for the shit, baby. I'm working right now making this video. So the motherfuckers that have, they been working all they motherfuckers. Like, basically, he just told them they not getting none of that money for real, basically. I don't know if he put it as if they can spend it as if they need, but they just can't have it. I don't like that shit. And for the mama to sit there next to him and just sit there and let him say that shit, no, baby, no. Fuck no. Like, you sat here and you helped your daughters record these videos. You made them look cute, dressed them up every day for them to make these videos and shit, just for him to turn around and make the rules and say what goes and what don't go with your kids and your kids' money. Them are your kids. Them is not his kids, whether he helped raise them or not. Like, motherfuckers be cuckoo. Cause me, I don't know. If them was my motherfuckers, baby, you going straight to court. You said they can't have what? Straight to court immediately.
So since we got a little bit of justice for the Litt family, let's talk about the McClure twins. Their stepfather went on an interview saying that when they hit 18, they will only get $500,000. Mind you, they have been doing social media since they would have been in the womb. I feel like it really should be laws and rules set in place for things like this, because there is no way anybody thinks that's okay. Maybe he was just gaslighting to get, you know, the name talking and buzzing, but this wasn't the right way at all. Because he could have said that, but also he never stated that's all he would ever give them. That's all they will ever be allowed to access. Because think about it. Why would you give an 18-year-old over $1 million or a lot of money? You know, I get it. But to only say that you're only giving them $500,000, get out of here. Are you serious? They basically had no childhood. Like, come on. I just know their story is coming out very soon.
So we've seen what the McClure twins' stepfather had to say about giving them money. We've seen what people have to say about his statement. I would love to hear what you think about it. So please leave your comment in the comment section. Now, personally, when I first saw the headlines that he said he's only giving them $500K when they become 18, I was like, wait, is it those kids that I used to see when they were growing up, the twins? I think the mother is Nigerian, and I was like, I don't understand. These children have been making millions, even though I don't know how much they've made. I know that they've made millions, and it's not just 500,000 over the years. And even though they are 12, it's still about 6 years. I know they might still be making some money because they're about to enter their teenage years, and they will definitely be teenage influencers and the rest. So why would you say you're giving them $500,000 when they become 18? Now, I understand the logic. You shouldn't give an 18-year-old so much money. They are obviously going to accept. They are very, very smart. They are obviously going to spend it in a way that is not going to be very smart. A lot of teenagers that are becoming adults are going to probably spend the money anyhow. They're probably not going to spend it smartly. So I understand not giving an 18-year-old a lot of money. But I don't know if eventually he said there's going to be a process, there's going to be a structure, and then he's going to continue to release more money as they grow up. But if all he said is that they are collecting only 500,000, they are getting only 500,000 when they become 18, that's some BS, because it's rubbish. Now, personally, if I was in his situation, if I was in their shoes, I would establish like a trust fund, and at a certain point in time as they are growing up, there'll be money released. Maybe for certain situations, there'll be money released, and that's how I would structure it, like a trust fund. Maybe when they're 18, they will get the 500,000, and they're supposed to use it to maybe get a house if they want, if they can afford to get a house, or if they want to go to school, they can use it to go to school. If they want to buy stocks, they can use it to buy stocks. And maybe I might not even say the 500,000 will be for school. It will be for them to use it the way they see it fit, but there will be restriction. You cannot use it to buy this anything that I think it might be frivolous. Then the trust fund will also pay for their school fees, pay for their college fees, like pay for trips, pay for some specific things that they want to do. Maybe if you want to set up a business, yes, some of the money can be given. Then at various ages, maybe like 21, 25, 30, 35, 40, some money will be released to them from the interest or from the base money. But say you're only going to give those girls 500,000 out of all the millions they've made, doesn't sit right with me. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if he eventually said more about how he's going to give them money, because I can't find the full video. But if all he said is he's going to give them only 500,000 and he feels that that is okay out of all the millions that they made, I don't agree with it. And I think that is a behavior. I think that's a decision that they need to go back and think about it, because is it that all the money they've made has somehow disappeared? And the whole thing reminds me of how Macaulay Culkin, that's Kelvin, the person that played Kelvin in Home Alone, how he was going back and forth with his parents when he noticed that they spent all the money. It's just a constant reminder of why people don't like parents using their kids for money and then leaving them high and dry when they become adults. Like, if your kid is earning millions per year, you start building up for their future. They have done the work to make sure that when they are adults, they would be relaxed. They will live the soft life. You cannot be living soft life on your child. I don't want them to have a soft life when they are adults, when they be making money for everyone since they were kids. It doesn't make sense. Some of them have been making money since they were babies, and when they are 18, nothing for them. So it doesn't make sense. It's just terrible behavior. You cannot say, oh, I'm the one that gave birth to them. No. That's bad behavior. That's bad parenting. So that is my own thought about the whole situation. I would love to hear what you think about what the McClure twins stepfather said about giving them money. Do you think it's okay, or do you think that he needs to rethink? They need to rethink, because it's probably a joint decision between the stepfather and the mother. So anyway, I wish them all the best. Hopefully they will have a rethink. So I don't know what you guys think about the whole situation. Do you think that what he said was reasonable, or do you think that that is not right? Considering how much the twins have made over the years, I would love to hear your own opinions. So please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.